The last two games between these two schools have been decided by a combined 5 points. Let's go back to 2019. Longhorns took a 1-point lead late in the fourth quarter, but the Cyclones kicker Connor Asali knocked it through from 36 yards out as time expired. Cyclones winning it 23-21. Last year, Brees Hall put Iowa State on his back, a 23-20 win as the kick was missed as time expired. And that sparked this comment from All-American Brees Hall. It's five-star culture versus five-star players. Mark Helfrich, what do you make of that?
That hit home in Ames, Iowa, and it hit harder in Longhorn Nation. But they've just done a great job developing players here. And you look at the guys throughout the last several years, it seems like Brees Hall's been here for 15 years.
Coach Steve Sarkisian in his first year at the helm of the Longhorns. This is a series that has been long dominated by Texas, even here at Jack Trice Stadium in Ames. However, as we just saw, the Cyclones have won the last two meetings by a combined 5 points. Meanwhile, on the other side, Matt Campbell, his fifth year reigning conference coach of the year, third time he has won that award. It is a spectacular night. 59 degrees, just a bit of a breeze. As Matt Campbell's Cyclones, they win the toss, they elect to defer. Longhorns will receive the opening kick. Cyclones in all black for the first time this year. Andrew Mevis to kick it away. Jamison, an electrifying return man. A flag is out right away as he's shy of the 20. Some things to sort out early tonight.
Yeah, usually in that area of holding of the return team, not really a block in the back situation, I don't think, but they are having a long discussion about something.
Good news for the Cyclones. Mike Rose looks like he's good to go tonight.
Offside on the kicking team, number 49. Holding, return team, number 14. Those fouls offset.
We'll do it again.
We'll re-kick.
We'll try it once more.
And they threw the Cyclone flag down here just off the sideline. Couldn't see that one. Certainly saw the one down there for holding.
Now for Matt Campbell's squad, it's one of the least penalized teams in the country. Fifth in the nation in fewest penalty yards a game. Iowa State, last time they were here in Ames at Jack Trice Stadium, they took down a ranked Oklahoma State team on homecoming weekend. Meanwhile, they're coming off a heartbreaker at West Virginia. It has been nothing but pain and agony, meanwhile, for Texas. Longhorns have dropped 3 in a row, and they have found a nemesis in the fourth quarter. They have squandered fourth quarter leads in each of the last 3 games. This place will get up on its feet once again. We will have kickoff 2.0. This time through the back of the end zone. And the Longhorns start at their own 25 under the guidance of Casey Thompson, a junior from Oklahoma. He opened the season as a backup, and tonight Mark makes his 6th start.
Yeah, talking with Sark about this young guy, inexperienced, and they're just coaching him through. It's everything they do is progression based. They start him in one look, just a 1, 2, 3, 4 type of a deal, trying to get him started. And he's started games well, have not finished games as a team. A ton of drops that he's battled through. That's one of the hardest things for a young quarterback to overcome.
On play action, he rolls out, and his man slips. It's Marcus Washington as it's thrown behind him. This is the Longhorns offense, 10th in the nation in scoring.
Yeah, and you said it there, thrown behind him. They're going to come back to that play. They have the tight end uncovered. Watch up front. Jake Majors has to communicate this tough Iowa State defense a bunch of different looks. He's got to get it started. And if you haven't seen Xavier Worthy, buckle up. Number 8 is special elite speed outside.
And he's at the top of the screen, now in motion. They hand off to Bijan Robinson, one of the nation's best running backs, and he is chugging ahead. He is still going. He's got the first down, and now the ball comes out.
whistle.
There's no whistle. It's Aishim Young. Aishim Young is taking it back. Aishim Young is just shy of the goal line.
It was like a rugby scrum on one side, turned into a rugby scrum going the other way. They're conferring. Certainly the ball was out. There was no whistle. No one indicated a forward progress type of situation. Let's take a look here. Bijan battling for every yard. A ton of Cyclones on the scene. We can't certainly see it from this side. He may have been down as he came out with it. I think it was Aishim Young.
The ruling on the previous play is under further review.
Pile up.
It is hard to sort out anything.
Yeah, we can't see anything. A knee, a ball. It looked like Aishim Young was down and then stood up, so it may come back to that spot, if anything, that we could see out of that.
You know, Young is such a ball hog.
Oh.
Last year, he was the conference's co-defensive freshman of the year. 3 career interceptions, 4 forced fumbles. I mean, he is just Johnny on the spot.
And they bait people on the back end. He does a great job of showing one look, getting another. Craig McDonald was the beneficiary last week of a tip pick.
Well, we have a record time to bring in Dean Blandino with a 14:34 to play in the first quarter.
It's prime time.
Dean, are you seeing anything here to help sort this out?
I'm with you guys. I'm trying to see what happened. Obviously, the officials didn't blow the play dead. They didn't rule progress. They ruled fumble. It looks like the defender is down after he recovers it. I just can't tell if it's actually a fumble. It's going to be really tough to sort through all of this and figure out what they have in replay. But I do think that we have the defender down after the recovery.
Yeah, that was the best look they had right there. It looks like it's going to be Iowa State ball on about the 39. It looked like Aishim Young's left knee was down somewhere between the 38 and 39.
Dean, with this move by the officials to let this play out, is this what you hope to see, where there's not a whistle early and then you can go to review and actually figure out what happened?
Yeah, you're always telling the officials, look, if you see the runner down, then rule the runner down. But if you're not sure, let it play out, and then replay can come in. That's a good look to show the defender down. But again, you're looking through all those bodies to see if we have a fumble. But I think it's a good job by the officials to let it play out.
Yeah, we saw that Oklahoma State, Boise State finish. It was that exact situation where Boise State had a touchdown on a scoop and score that got blown dead. And this one correctly, as Dean said, let them play it out, then we'll bring it back and effectively blow it dead. They must just be looking for that reverse angle to see something else of if he was down.
As a coach, when you see Bijan Robinson running like that with the entire defense draped on him, does that start to concern you after a while that the inevitable could happen?
You got to love it, right? Because he's battling, scratching, and clawing for every inch. And that's that guy. We saw in the open, that's both of these backs. They're going to scratch and claw for every inch. Are you going to coach him up to hold on to the ball? Of course. But you love that. You love the effort from that guy. The verdict.
After reviewing the play, the ruling of a fumble stands. However, the player recovering the fumble was down by rule. It will be Iowa State ball, first down at the 39-yard line.
That's the right call to make. It's the first fumble this season for Bijan Robinson. And a sold-out crowd here in Ames.
That's the other part about these backs is they take care of the ball, as you just said. Brees Hall, uncharacteristic fumble last week, uncharacteristic start here. The student section of Iowa State, loving it.
First fumble this year for Robinson, one of the nation's top running backs. So it's Brock Purdy, Iowa State's all-time leading passer, on the ground right away. Hall busts it for a first down run, tripped up by Brendan Schooler. Now Purdy, one of the nation's most accurate passers. He's making his 42nd consecutive start.
Yeah, going fast here, tempo. They do a nice job with offensive coordinator Tom Manning. Purdy's, again, a little bit more athletic than you think. Just a very effective player.
Right to Brees Hall. Met at the 25 and keeps the legs churning. He keeps going forward past the 20. Hall, the All-American leading the conference in rushing, 5th in the nation. He's averaging 123 yards a game. He picks up 8 that time.
Texas run defense struggling this year. They're going to have to do something here to heat up Brock Purdy, to heat up to bring Breece Hall to the ground, outnumber him. So far, not so good.
And given up 4 straight 100-yard rushers. Here is Purdy. He can use his legs as well. Purdy, who his next rushing touchdown will be the 20th of his career, picks up 10 and a first down.
A huge run to almost close out that game, and a great pull here on the read. All hands on deck. We're tackling Breece Hall, and Brock Purdy says, "Thank you very much. I'll go out the back gate." First down, just inside the 10.
Well, this has been a golden era of Cyclones football. The most decorated quarterback in program history in Purdy, and the same can be said of their running back, Breece Hall. They give to Hall. Hall cuts, and he is thumped down shy of the 5. That was DeMarvion Overshown in his 36th career game, starting linebacker, laying the lumber.
That outside zone play that you saw right there, Baylor has had a lot of success against this Texas defense. Oklahoma State had a bunch of success. They will test that C to D gap range outside the tackle and tight end. Great play there by Overshown.
Both tight ends on the field, Chase Allen and Charlie Kohler, the All-American. On play action pressure, Purdy gets out of it, keeps his feet to the back of the end zone. He's looking for Kohler. It's incomplete. Pressure that time on Purdy. He's so good at evading.
Yeah, did a great job eluding him, and then he misses another generational player in Charlie Kohler, 6'6", 260. Great job stepping through this, being strong enough and fast enough to get out of it. Just a little bit more touch, and that's 6 for the Cyclones, and they're going for it. Because it's third down. I thought it was fourth down.
And why wouldn't you?
I'm excited here. Let's go.
Now Cyclones trying to take advantage of an early turnover. Purdy with time. Back of the end zone, deflected. What a play by the Longhorns. Josh Thompson. He had a pick 6 against Texas Tech earlier this year. That was fantastic.
Started in a tight end wing slot look, flexed him out, and it's a double post action. He's the outside receiver, and as you said, just broke on that better than the tight end did. Good safe spot by Brock Purdy, and now they'll settle for 3. Guess we're playing 4 downs today, is that right? 4 downs? Perfect.
Really outsized there by Kohler. There's Mevis from 24 yards out. Mevis, of course, plenty of leg. You know, Iowa State's wanted more touchdowns in the red zone this year. They can't punch it across for 6. They will take the 3 after the early turnover from the Longhorns. Cyclones ahead early.
Tender pork, tangy pickles, delicious sauce. Any one of these alone would make a good sandwich. But to be the most important sandwich of the year, I'd humbly suggest having all 3. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
First fumble of the season for Bijan Robinson, and it results in 3 points for Iowa State. Early 3-0 lead. Breece Hall, big part of the 7-play 32-yard scoring drive. Mevis put it through from 24 yards out. Deshaun Jameson, such a decorated return man. 2 career kickoff returns for touchdowns. In fact, each of the last 2 years. And you will let this sail through the back of the end zone. Mark, take us inside the film room with this Texas offense.
Take a look at, again, it all comes off of Bijan Robinson. Sark does a great job designing here against Oklahoma State. The motion comes, the corner falls back to be a free player. They build an edge. There's no edge. Kate Brewer sets it, finishes block right there, and then it's nothing but grass for Bijan with the cutback, and he's gone. And then they come back with a true RPO. You'll see Imade here, 67 pulling. Safety buries down in there. Casey Thompson with a perfect throw and catch to Josh Moore. All comes off of Bijan. I'll be shocked if he doesn't get the ball back here. Give it to your guy, build some confidence back up.
Yeah, he was really bottled up last week in Waco, just 43 yards. They started the ground with Bijan Robinson. just past the 30. As we look at this Iowa State defense, such an anchor for this program, but coming off its worst performance of the season.
Yeah, I'm excited to see these guys. They're going to be coming out hot. Will McDonald, the sack master off the edge, 6'4", 245, former hoop player.
Robinson, who is so effective out of the backfield, is tackled for a loss. Datrone Young.
They play so many guys. Datrone Young, a backup corner to TJ Tampa. They try to eliminate the big play top, down, and you see them tackle in space. That is what they did not do last week at West Virginia.
That's a loss of 4. Sark telling us he thinks Robinson might have the best hands on the team. Drops have been a problem recently for the Longhorns. Thompson with time for the boundary, and it's knocked away, incomplete. What a play on the ball. That time it was Anthony Johnson Jr. He's making his 37th straight start, the senior, still looking for his first career interception.
Great coverage here by Anthony Johnson. Has safety help over the top. You see 12. Greg Eisworth preventing the huge play. That allows 26 to be that much more aggressive, to go for the two-hand pick. Punt time for the Longhorns. Look out for a potential block punt. Major protection issues for Texas this year.
So what will they do when Johnson gets his first career pick? He now has 22 career passes broken up. Looking for his first INT, however. Fair catch signaled for Jalen Null. Cyclones get the ball back upon a 49 yards from Dicker. Brock Purdy, the most decorated quarterback in program history. He and the Cyclones offense taking the field next.
Jake from State Farm. What's good?
Oh, Patrick?
Nah, fam. Just your typical sneakerhead working here for the employee discount. But speaking of deals, I heard regular guys like me are getting the Patrick price. That can't be real, right?
Listen, State Farm offers rates that fit any budget. Even yours, typical sneakerhead.
Wow. Just anyone now?
Yeah.
Man, these just sold out then.
For surprisingly great rates that fit any budget, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
All-American running back Breece Hall, last year's conference offensive player of the year, needed just 15 yards tonight to reach 1,000 for the season. He already has 22. He becomes just the 9th Cyclone in program history to rush for 1,000 yards in multiple seasons. He is simply the best to ever do it here in Ames. And like Bijan Robinson, such a weapon out of the backfield, catching the ball as well. Third leading receiver for Iowa State.
And also great to hear both these head coaches talk about what great guys these are too.
They pitch it to the short side of the field. He tries to just dive ahead for what he can get.
Take a look at these guys up front. We got to watch Daryl Simmons. He looked a little banged up last week. They might rotate him in and out a little bit with Schweiger. Hufford again gets the start on the left side. And then outside, Tariq Milton. He had the one long home run ball last week, 68 yards. He could be the beneficiary of everybody dialed in on stopping Breece Hall.
And this is a offensive unit for Iowa State, dotted with seniors and All-Americans. Long throw, dangerous pass, and it's caught by the tight end Charlie Kohler. Almost intercepted. It's Brendan Schooler who is right there. That's good for 19 yards and a first down.
Yeah, you'll see Schooler come out of the top in coverage on Kohler in excellent position and just drops it, goes through his hands. Purdy gets away with one there. Very athletic guy is Schooler.
Jalen Knoll, quick strike his way. He's upended near midfield. That was Schooler once again. We go back to the catch from Charlie Kohler after a pickup of 6.
I know Brendan Schooler pretty well. We recruited him in Oregon about 400 years ago. He's probably 37 years old. Great vertical, just goes through the hands.
I gotta say, he's transitioned well to Texas. We saw him yesterday rocking the cowboy hat.
Yeah,
it looks like he fits right in.
Yeah, full Austin Bode.
And you can see where Charlie Kohler ranks among active tight ends. Second in the nation in career receptions and yards. He's now caught a pass in 32 consecutive games. This time they find their other tight end, Chase Allen, a 6th-year super senior, mechanical engineering degree in hand already. A little overshadowed, to say the least, by Kohler.
Yeah, this guy is a weapon in his own right. Kohler 6'6", as you said. Chase Allen 6'7". A little pseudo pop pass there on the play action. Again, watch this front dial in to stop Breece Hall. That opens up that short area across the middle. Good throw and catch.
Purdy in play action. Purdy rolling. Dumps it down to Allen once again. That's a good for a pickup of 4. You look at these two tight ends, what they have done to this Iowa State offense ranks among active FBS players. Look at the tight ends room, second or first in both receptions, yards, and touchdowns. You know, both Allen and Kohler are mechanical engineering majors. There must be something going on with that tight ends room. Pretty heady stuff.
I couldn't get in there, but yeah, there's a lot going on at the tight end position. A lot going on as a mechanical engineer. Goes hand in hand.
Kohler, an academic All-American, 3.99 GPA. Well, this is sniffed out by the Longhorns as Hall's trying to dance around and just trying to make something out of nothing. It was Jalen Ford, the first man to make contact.
This is a change up here for defensive coordinator Pete Kwiatkowski, and as we thought going into this, they've got to do something. They can't just play their base deal and tackle. Watch 41 knife through. The front side beats the puller, and that's the thing about Breece Hall. He's very rarely going down with the first hit. Makes something out of nothing.
It's a loss of 3. Sets up 3rd and 9 now. There's Kwiatkowski. Longtime Chris Peterson assistant.
Yeah, that was actually Jeff Choate, a proud linebacker coach right there.
First catch, Xavier Hutchinson. Hutchinson, who was the deep threat for Iowa State, brought down by Anthony Cook. Shy of the first down, sets up 4th down for the Cyclones.
Kind of a gray area here, kind of a go-for-it zone. This would be, what, a 55-yard field goal as it sits right here. Had a chance to bring that back inside, I think, as he looks back at that for Hutchinson. But as you said, a dominant weapon outside. Very.
Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store today.
Spectrum Mobile is reinventing wireless again. Introducing the best deal in mobile. Unlimited on 2 or more lines for just $29.99 a line.
Unlimited for $29.99. This offer's gonna take off.
Get the best deal in mobile with unlimited talk, text, and data for just $29.99 a line. With no contracts, no added taxes, and no hidden fees. Includes nationwide 5G.
That's amazing.
Save up to 60%. Call 844-537-2999. Click or visit a store near you.
Back in Ames, we're going to take a look at that last 4th and 5 here. The Cyclones and Brock Purdy, uber competitive guy, 4th and 5 against the Longhorns. This is one he's going to take a look at tomorrow and kind of regret. He's just got to run through that, and it'll be a first down. No doubt he was down before the line of game.
Meanwhile, Casey Thompson is brought down. Will McDonald, the first to get to him. McDonald entering tonight just a half sack shy of the all-time program record. McDonald, one of the greatest ever in a Cyclones uniform.
This guy is special. This makes 25. Just presses into Kerstetter. Might be a half sack, but we'll give it to him. We're going to do our ceremony right now.
He has been such a building block in this turnaround in Ames. Get it out to Bijan Robinson. Trying to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Hit there by Greg Eisworth.
Get the ball to Bijan Robinson as many ways as possible. Get Xavier Worthy involved in that. I'd be surprised if they do a little bit of that with Keelan Robinson as well, with Bijan in there.
Well, 3rd down.
Want to be in 3rd and 10.
Yeah, 3rd and long now for the Longhorns. Their first 2 drives, a fumble, a 3 and out, just 5 total plays.
See these safeties here so deep. That's the look they give you pre-snap. They try to give you that look every snap.
Thompson. And it's in between Washington and Worthy. Nothing develops for him. So a fumble, and now the second 3 and out for the Longhorns.
He'll want that one back. Casey Thompson had Marcus Washington wide open on a little dig concept, about a 14-yard in route to Washington, as you said. That's what Sark's talking to him about. Hey, now, set your feet. Kind of tripped himself up there and just missed it.
Oh, this is an offense that features the nation's 7th leading rusher in Robinson and the conference's leading receiver in Xavier Worthy. Fair catch called for at the 25 by Null. Will McDonald, second in the conference in sacks and forced fumbles, and now the most sacks in program history.
Sunday on Fox, the Broncos take on the Cowboys.
Wow!
Then Aaron Jones leads the Packers against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Touchdown!
It all kicks off Sunday on Fox. Check for the game in your area.
Tough sledding offensively early on for Texas. Casey Thompson had a man wide open.
He did. They put the protection together with the route. Watch them kind of glue onto Xavier Worthy 8. There's the wide open dig and just a missed throw. Marcus Washington there just gets the ball, drops it down, gets wide with his feet, and that's how you miss. Wide feet, miss low.
Design roll out for Purdy. Purdy will tuck it. Angling to the sideline, just shy of 30. Now Purdy over 1,000 career rushing yards. Picks up 3 this time. The last 6 games for Purdy, 12 touchdown passes, just 1 interception. 4th in the nation. He's completing over 70% of his passes. In fact, Mark, he's had 4 games this year where he's completed 80% of his passes.
Unreal. And you can see they don't, I mean, it's not a bubble heavy. They do some high risk stuff. He's an accurate guy. He's uber prepared and competitive.
Brees Hall is tracked down, tackled for a loss, but a flag is out. That was Luke Brockermeyer.
That looked like a hold on either the center or the backside guard type of area.
Personal foul. Hands to the face on the defense, number 98. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. Automatic. First down.
That's Moro Ojimo. It's a costly penalty.
He has been really effective for them, eating blocks. That's certainly not the direction you want to go as the D lineman. They so many times, 98 here doing the dirty work. And no doubt about it, hands up way too high. If it's immediate, you get it off, they'll let that go, but he kept it up there for a long time.
When you think about it, too, after tackling Hall for a loss, this is a Longhorns defense that has been gashed by the run. 118th in the nation against the run. They're allowing over 200 yards a game. Empty set for Brock Purdy, as now Hall joins him. A play action. Purdy, flag is out again. Purdy tucking and running. He's got the first down, and Purdy knocked out just shy of the 30 by Jalen Ford. We'll see what the flag is. That's a pickup of 23 for the time being.
Really good job there by Brees Hall, blocking the edge pressure from defensive coordinator Pete Kwiatkowski. But we may have had cheating on the Cyclones.
Holding. Offense, number 52. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. It's still first down.
That's Trevor Downing, the preseason All Big 12 selection.
The left guard, 52, comes down, redirects. He said, hey, 98, I know you got me in the face last time. I'm going to hold you this time, and we'll replay the down.
Now, 2 things the Longhorns have really struggled with this year. That is stopping the run and getting to the quarterback. Texas with just 1 sack combined over the last 2 games. 1st and 20 now. They swing it out to Hall. Hall splits a couple of defenders and gets back to just about the line of scrimmage, original line of scrimmage. Ugofo was there. It's a pickup of 11.
Just again, you see the ability of Brees Hall to catch the ball. It doesn't matter if it's a toss sweep, an edge run, and just get vertical. Goes from 1st and 20 to 2nd and 9.
Hall coming off 167 yards on the ground and a touchdown last week in a loss at West Virginia. Purdy to Kohler. His tight end can't hold on to it. Brings up 3rd and long now.
Good defense. Showed it one way, showed pressure one way, brought it the other. Kohler just lost this, kind of flipped his hands. Watch his hands flip over. He'll try to catch it one way and then flip his hands back over the other way and drop it. Third in the bunch. Texas showing a little bit more pressure. Both of these defenses are similar in approach. A three-man front, a shell defense, meaning two high safeties just like that at the beginning of each play, and then play from there. Obviously a bunch of variations.
Cyclones have struggled on third down this year. Purdy dancing, giving ground. Now this is shy of the marker. He was looking for Kohler once again. As Kohler gets tripped up on the Texas sideline. All right, we said that Texas has struggled rushing to the passer. They put a lot of pressure on Purdy there.
Yeah, on cue, they got to him. Again, just get him off his spot. There it's Ojimo again, right? 98 Ojimo. Heads up on the sideline, Coach Banks.
All right, Kohler couldn't hold on to it. 4th and 9. Plantinuda comes out. Deshaun Jameson is back to return for the Longhorns. Signals for the fair catch. And a little bit of traffic, and the ball is out. And the Cyclones, do they get on top of it? The officials say that Texas is there. Kobe Hathcock was there for Iowa State. Jameson fortunate to get back on top.
No doubt. I have no idea how he didn't recover this. Looked like his own guy kind of forced him. The contact there was from his own Texas player. Whew. He snatches it back. That's how you train that guy. It's right there, almost like a shortstop. You saw 41 break down there, Hathcock. To be on the spot for that, Jameson not happy.
Is under further review.
Now, Jameson, such a dynamic return man for the Longhorns. Not helped out by his own team there.
So you got to be really vocal. There's a bunch of different terms that people are supposed to yell out here because those guys don't know what's going on. Really good job by Hathcock as far as where he is, but he's got to wrestle that away from Jameson. The only thing they could rule here is if they could see some angle where they thought 41 in black had possession on the ground, and then Jameson ripped it from him after that. This might be a better look.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. Texas ball, first down.
A close call for the Longhorns. Would have been their second turnover. Now, meanwhile, Sark's got to find a way to get this offense cooking. 8 plays so far for the Longhorns, 16 yards. This will be their 4th drive. They've had the ball for under 3 minutes.
And this is not how they've started. They've been starting hot, playing red hot, and petering out toward the end.
Robinson trying to find the edge. He is brought down. A trio of tacklers was right there. Anthony Johnson Jr. Pickup of 1.
Johnson Jr. there, great pace. Great job setting the edge there.
Now they're yet to get Xavier Worthy into the mix. Conference's leading receiver at the bottom of your screen. Thompson underneath, then the pass is dropped, looking for Cade Brewer, the super senior tight end. And once again, 3rd and long coming for Texas.
Just again, just looked like a low inside miss here. We'll take a look. Looked like the protection was good. Brewer's route you see there. Thompson sees his body weight going to the left. Again, you want your body weight to go toward your target. Everything finished toward Brewer, and that leads to that's a second low miss. That's an easily correctable mechanical thing, but you got to do it in the heat of the moment.
Thompson getting pressure, steps up. He tucks. Thompson is tripped up. It was Bo Freeler, the true freshman, right there.
That's just a great open field tackle. They bring a 4-man rush, standard coverage behind it. Good job recognizing that by Casey Thompson. Now you got to have a little make a miss here. That is a big time open field tackle.
He's just shy of the first down, 4th and 1. Third straight 3 and out for Texas after a fumble on their opening drive. A lot of work here for Cameron Dicker. He does it all for the Longhorns. Fair catch, signaled for and made at the 35. This Veterans Day, we are making camo our cause in support of the Honor U.S. Vets campaign and the belief that our veterans deserve to live with dignity and independence, not on the streets. You can do the same by wearing camo and posting with hashtag #HonorUSVets and visit usvets.org. Veterans Day coming up on Thursday.
Thank you, veterans.
Isn't that the truth? It seems like this first quarter has been nothing but Iowa State possessions. Purdy delivers, finds his favorite target, Xavier Hutchinson. The ball is out at the 40. And Texas has come up with it. Ben Davis, the Alabama transfer. It is Davis who comes up with it. So both sides with the first quarter turnover. This time it's Xavier Hutchinson, the senior.
I was just going to say, if you're a Longhorn fan, here's more missed tackles. You see the missed tackle right there. And then a great job of finishing through the end of this play. Davis definitely comes up with it. The ball is out before Xavier Hutchinson's leg hits. No doubt, clear recovery by Davis.
Well, the ball has been slippery, and we have a new quarterback for Texas. Hudson Card, who began the season as a starter. He has not attempted a pass in the last 5 games, so clearly some frustration from Sarkisian and company.
Yeah, no doubt. Just some minor technical things there from Casey Thompson. But we talked about this during the week. What would it take to get Hudson Card in the game? A lot of Longhorn fans want the answer to this.
Bijan Robinson falls forward. A good run on first down. Well, we've seen some struggles for Thompson. Missing a couple of wide open receivers.
Yeah, it's been the drops, penalties, just some uncharacteristic things. Multiple missed touchdown passes, both as the passer and the catcher. Now take advantage of this field position, this turnover, and the 2nd and 4 for Hudson Card.
Robinson cuts that field. He's got a first down. He gets hit hard by Aisheem Young. Trying to get Bijan Robinson going. 33 yards shy of 1,000 for the season. And he's hit that mark right on the dot now with 33 on the night.
This is where if you're Sark, you're going to your best plays for Bijan Robinson. Get him going. You can start to feel him in this game. Set up a possible play action situation for Hudson Card.
That's exactly what happens. Card with time. Throws back to Robinson. Lays out the stiff arm right of the face mask of Tavon Kyle.
That's a good job right there by Hudson Card getting through his progression. As you see Bijan Robinson passing a couple of 3 legendary Longhorns.
Yeah, it's those 3 guys at the top of a lot of lists in program history. Robinson had an incredible high school career in Arizona. Ran for 2,000 yards in 3 straight seasons. Best running back that state's ever had. Good run on the first touch by Roshan Johnson, 2nd leading rusher. He gets limited touches because of Bijan. That's a pickup of 7.
Tempo.
Card not going anywhere. Needed just a yard. Eric Horn. Horn, who started last week with Mike Rose out, and now things intensifying in midfield.
We thought this would be a good one, right? We thought this would be a good one. Watch the backup quarterback in a high-intensity situation, trying to convert a 3rd and inches with the center. No dice.
A pretty wild first quarter. Couple of turnovers, muffed punt, and Texas trying to get their offense going now under the direction of Hudson Card. Second quarter coming up.
Singing or speaking. Reason or fun. Daring or thoughtful. Sensitive or strong. Progress isn't either or. Progress is everything.
At the end of the first quarter, Texas finally able to move the ball, but on 4th and 2 from the 40, they will bring their punt team out.
That says a lot about Sark's state of mind right now.
Oh, what a beauty! You cannot make it any better than that. At the 1-inch line. That was Dixon who was able to catch it.
Kelvontae Dixon, a receiver, great job being under control. The big deal there, the ball cannot break the plane, which it did not. He has control of it. It's a dead ball right there. Great execution. Now can the Texas defense hold?
Perfectly executed. From the 1-yard line. Purdy just trying to pick up some yards, and he does exactly that. A little breathing room on 2nd down.
Exactly. That just lets you execute your offense a little more, as you said, breathing room, flexibility formationally with what you can do, and a big difference of a veteran guy versus Hudson Card sprinting in there trying to do a tempo 3rd and inches with the starting center.
Bringing Jared Russ tight. Play action, Purdy. He finds Russ out of the backfield. Russ, who now has 5 catches on the season, is the human battering ram. You know, he was injured severely last week on the first play, had a cut so deep that he had to have surgery on Monday to clean it out and make sure it wasn't infected.
That's just all kinds of fullback, right? You have a surgery the day before the game? Fine, I'll buckle up and play tomorrow. First down. Again, all off that run action to Breece Hall. Texas overcommitted. Fullback in the flat, little slider, first down.
He picks up 10 in the first. To Breece Hall trying to cut upfield and brought down from behind. That was sniffed out by the Longhorns.
Really good defense here by Pete Kwiatkowski, defensive coordinator in Texas, and then executing it, accounting for Breece Hall and Brock Purdy this time. Watch out the backside, you'll see 2 guys. 40, you see 40, you see 9. That's 2 defenders, 1 for the back, 1 for the quarterback. The defense should win.
Iodeli Adeoye making the tackle. Linebacker for Texas. 2nd and 10, no gain. Purdy finds Kohler underneath. Kohler right there at the line to gain. Kohler, the All-American tight end, moves the sticks for the Cyclones.
Good execution here by Brock Purdy. Both defenses are going to challenge the quarterbacks to stay patient, to play between the hashes. Got to surprises Charlie Kohler with that perfect placement.
Purdy flushed, throws off 1 foot. Oh, what a catch! It's the senior Xavier Hutchinson. That's as good as it gets. Pickup of 24.
Clearing out the safeties with a vertical route. See the edge pressure. Nice job keeping his eyes up. right here, making a play on the perimeter, and go get it, Xavier. Blinn College proud. Looks like you're vertical right there. Hang time.
Close. Purdy now 10 for 14, 120 yards. Play action, crunched into a tight window. Dangerous pass, nearly intercepted. Looking for Jalen Noel. Jaron Thompson moving to the starting role this year at safety for the Longhorns.
See these safeties well schooled on the back end. Jaron Thompson triggering on a screen earlier, triggering on that quick game RPO right there. Inches from a touchdown, from an interception becomes a knockdown coming out of your living room sky.
And Purdy has protected the ball so well. No interceptions last 4 games. Dangerous pass there, however. Noel with the stiff arm. That was Atamoro to knock him out of bounds.
We got a late flag here at the bottom.
Holding. Offense, number 17. That's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It's still second down.
That's on reserve wide receiver Darren Wilson Jr.
They had the numbers. Really good design by offense coordinator Tom Manning. 3-on-2 outside. Just a bubble advantage throw type situation. You see Wilson there and right there. Yeah, no doubt about it. Got to let him go. He starts to turn. Reset your hands to the inside of those shoulder pads. That was too bad because they had what they wanted there for Iowa State. Texas had an inside pressure, little zone blitz.
Makes it 2nd and 16. Now from the 41. Purdy with time. Over the middle into a tight window. Ball is knocked free. It's knocked free. And they rule no catch. He was looking for Kohler, who never had possession of it.
Jaron Thompson bringing the wood again, coming out high. Talked about being accurate. Kohler, nice job with his route, coming back toward the quarterback. Good spot, really, by Brock Purdy. Better just eruption by 28 Jaron Thompson.
What a crunch.
Yeah. Let's hear this.
Only thing louder was the crowd. 3rd and very long now. Hutchinson underneath. And he is brought down. What an open field tackle. That was perfect. Jett Bush, Houston native. And now a man down for Iowa State. Looks like Derek Schweiger, offensive lineman.
Derek Schweiger has been outstanding, very versatile, played both guard and tackle. 5th-year senior.
What a tackle by Bush.
Yeah, we've had some loose ball security, but much better tackling by both teams thus far, leading to that 3-0 baseball score at this point.
Well, Texas fortunate. They have just 45 yards of total offense. They've gone to their backup quarterback, who, in all fairness, began the season as a starter.
Yep.
And this is only a 3-0 Iowa State lead.
And as we talked with Sark this week, we asked him, both you and I asked him some form or fashion of, hey, what would it take to get Hudson Card back in there? And again, it wasn't so much Casey Thompson ineffectiveness. It's just sometimes that's what it takes, is that a different voice, a different spot with those, balls don't lead to a drop or a pick or a fumble.
Schweiger up on his feet, which is good to see. There he is. You get a finger in the eye, maybe?
Yeah, looked like something.
That was Ovi Agofu, the Notre Dame transfer.
Yeah, nothing dirty. Just
right.
It's a dental O-line, D-line stuff.
Mevis to punt. Good punt by Mevis. Well, it was the Jet Bush open field tackle. It was a beauty on Xavier Hutchinson that forced out the punt team and stopped the drive in its tracks for the Cyclones.
After defeating Jimmy Uso last week, King Woods goes head-to-head with the Universal Champion Roman Reigns. Who will rule SmackDown, the King or the Tribal Chief? Find out on an all-new edition of Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on Fox.
First 5 possessions for the Longhorns have not gone well. Fumble followed by 4 punts. Casey Thompson, the starter, benched. Hudson Card, who began the season as a Longhorn starter, on the field now. Checks down to Bijan Robinson. Robinson picks up a few. He picks up 3 on the catch.
Is the Cyclone defense laying the smackdown? Is that what they're doing right there?
You know, they've been doing that all season long. This Iowa State defense has been one of the best in the nation.
7 passing yards, 48 total yards. One of the best offensive minds in football. Again, watch this Iowa State secondary challenge them to stay patient. 2 safeties are going to stay high. Hudson Card last time checked it down wisely. Small game.
Play action. Card eyes downfield, flushed, and that is out of bounds. Out of bounds, looking for Xavier Worthy. You know, worth noting, the only player for Texas with the catch is Bijan Robinson. He has all 4 receptions for Texas.
Bijan with the carries, Bijan with the catch. Yeah, no doubt, both feet on the sideline there. It's a tough situation for Hudson Card. That action, the timing of that route. Had a chance down the middle. But good recovery by that Cyclone defense, playing top down. Look at him. That's the safeties playing way back, the corner up top, way back, challenging this Texas defense to be patient, check it down, and gang tackle.
Card on 3rd down, checks it down, and the catch is made. It's Joshua Moore. Joshua Moore, who we did not see on the field in the first quarter. A long catch and run. It's a pickup of 19.
Good eyes this time by Hudson Card, and feet looking downfield. Safeties, we just talked about, a million miles deep. Got to check it down. Great back shoulder catch by Josh Moore. Had a tough outing last week. That's big for him.
Bijan Robinson, 1st down run. All of a sudden, a couple of plays for the Longhorns. They've got some life.
Just takes one, man. It just takes one to turn the momentum, to swing it, certainly in a 3-0 game. But even that sideline starts to believe a little bit more in Bijan's ability to run, Hudson Card's ability to catch. Josh Moore sprung this momentum swing with that back shoulder catch.
And Moore had a really tough game last week in Waco. A fumble, a drop pass to the end zone, another one that led to an interception. Robinson tripped up. Shoestring tackle, Will McDonald. And worth noting, Moore also did have a season-best 5 catches. He had a touchdown catch among them.
Watch the big man. He's not just a pass rusher. This is on Carrick coming back underneath, getting to the ground.
Robinson lowers the face mask. It sets up 3rd and short now for Texas.
Big 3rd down here. Sark punted about 10 yards back. You would think, obviously in field goal range here, you'd think they got points, maybe a positive drive. They're going to have to score some touchdowns against this team to win the game. He knows that. They know that. Maybe a double move or something like that on 3rd down to come back for on 4th down.
Texas just 1 for 5 on 3rd down today. Card, design run. And he's tripped up. He's right there by the marker. Card should have enough. It was Craig McDonald. And Card picks up enough for the 1st down.
Just a great effort, knowing exactly what you need to do. Josh Moore, we saw him with the ball in his hands. Pretty good job by the receiver, being physical initially. Would love to finish him, but Craig McDonald coming off to limit Card's game.
Card hurdling his way for the first down. Roschon Johnson getting some touches here in the first half. Just 5 touches last week. Sprung a 72-yarder for a touchdown earlier this year against Rice. He picks up 6 on that carry.
Good hard ball run. Results in 2nd and 4. This is a free play here. This is a Sark special play action home run type ball. Got a little unbalanced. Got 2 receivers on the ball up top.
And back to Johnson. Johnson inside the 20. Ryan Vance with the tackle for the Cyclones. It's going to be very short.
Certainly the best sequence all night for the Longhorns right here. Watch Roschon Johnson battle. You see the big Polar 75 coming into your living room. Angulau, Roschon Johnson set him up in business. Good job being patient. This is hard for the play caller in this case, Steve Sarkisian, to be patient as well. Those high safeties make it, again, check the ball down, run the football, be patient. He has to remember that too.
They give him enough for the first down on the bootleg. Card plants his feet, has to step up to avoid, checks down to Bijan Robinson. Hit out of bounds just shy of the 10. That was Will McDonald on the pressure for Card.
Really good reaction there by Hudson Guard. They tried to, that was one of the specials I was talking about. Watch 18 Wiley come on the little inverted wheel going up the backside hash. Card can't throw it to him. There he is in the end zone open, but get it to your best player, right? That's a good option too. Check it down to that guy. 2nd and manageable.
Robinson makes a cut. Another. He's just shy of the 5 at a first down. 1st and goal now for Texas, without a doubt their best drive of the night.
Nice job that time by 68 Kerstetter on the front side, the right tackle, getting it started.
Robinson inside the 5. And now a man down. That is Will McDonald.
Timeout on the field for an injured player.
This guy's story just unbelievable. Under-recruited, unrecruited really. Was a basketball player. We'll hit more of that when we come back.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
A rich life is about more than just money. That's why at Vanguard, you're more than just an investor. You're an owner, so you can build a future for those you love. Vanguard. Become an owner.
Tender pork, tangy pickles, delicious sauce. Any one of these alone would make a good sandwich. But to be the most important sandwich of the year, I'd humbly suggest having all 3. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Warm feet and cold hands. Find the fine life, baby.
King Woods goes head-to-head with Roman Reigns. Who will rule SmackDown, the king or the tribal chief? Find out. All new edition of Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on Fox.
Good to see Will McDonald up on his feet and moving around after needing to be tended to on the field.
Just kind of got wadded up, getting blocked down there by Wiley. Couldn't really see anything, but good to see him up. He tried to go back in, but he has to sit a point.
They go direct snap to Johnson, and Johnson is strung out. Johnson and Bijan Robinson in the backfield, and it's 3rd and goal.
Defensive coordinator John Haycock really obviously takes pride in his whole unit, but particularly in a red zone, a great job of preparation. You see the whole team lined up over there. Obviously some sort of tell that that ball was going to the right. I don't know if you saw that. There's 1.5 defenders to the left there.
Third and goal from the 4. Worthy trying to find the edge. Worthy tiptoeing to the pylon. He is in for the Longhorn touchdown. Now they finally put the ball in the hands of one of their elite playmakers, the true freshman Xavier Worthy.
This guy can roll from Fresno, California. That goes down as a touchdown pass for Hudson Card to Xavier Worthy, and that feels like a 95-yard strike for young Card.
What a drive for Texas. Longhorns have the lead with 5:29 to play in the first half. Well, young Xavier Worthy reshaping the freshman receiver record books for the Longhorns. He's in for 6 and a Texas lead.
Are here, and the double elimination throws the show into chaos.
What? Are you kidding me?
An all-new Masked Singer, followed by an all-new Alter Ego, Wednesday on Fox.
One of the best freshman receivers in the nation, Xavier Worthy, his 8th touchdown catch of the year, now ties the great Roy Williams for the most touchdown receptions as a freshman in Texas program history. Good chance he gets to 9. Maybe even tonight. That was his first catch of the evening. Longhorns now have the lead. No, let's just go through the back of the end zone. Let's go back to the touchdown.
Yeah, Worthy will get the credit and should get a lot of credit. Watch the design. Worthy's up top. Going to come in that fly sweep motion, and watch the bottom here. Marcus Washington, he's going to block the safety. He's not going to crack back block him. He's not going to illegally block him, do a little screen, and then TJ Tampa just no chance. This is your goal as a play caller, is that right there. Speed, one-on-one on a guy working the wrong direction in space, untouched. Worthy touchdown. And again, got to go back to Josh Moore and that huge third down conversion to get the drive going. Had a rough week last week. Took a lot of flack in Austin. Huge turn of events.
And they went 3 for 3 on third down that drive. Purdy to pass. A pickup of 5. He finds Sean Shaw. Just 3 receptions on the year for Shaw. It's been a while for him to haul one in. Shaw missing some time earlier this year with an injury.
You can see Texas, they're mixing it up. But again, if you look at the safeties, they're playing high to low. They're going to challenge Brock Purdy again to run the football with Breece Hall. They're going to prevent those home run shots in the pass game and stop the run.
And Hall going nowhere. That was Coburn, Keandre Coburn. Meanwhile, Purdy, this is just kind of every Saturday for Iowa State. He's hit 7 different receivers in this game. That's a loss of 2. 3rd and 7 now.
They haven't got a big drive. This is what Pete Kwiatkowski wants to do defensively, is challenge them to drive the long way. And other than the turnover, they haven't done anything, which is a big time news for Longhorn Nation. And Brock Purdy, like you said, a very quiet 13 of 19 thus far.
3rd and long. Purdy with time. A strike. And it's through the hands of Shaw. Had to redirect a little bit. Deshaun Jameson on the coverage.
Yeah,
close to punt.
Looked like Purdy just missed him. Had a good pocket. Just missed him outside. Of course, Shaw's going to say he should have had it. Purdy's going to say, hey, my bad. I'll put that on you next time. But big stop here for the Longhorns. A bunch of time left in the first half. 3 timeouts.
It's the first 3 and out for the Cyclones tonight. Nevis to punt. Anderson calling for the fair catch. Well, he signaled the fair catch.
Yeah, hit the Iowa State player, so he realized that, tried to make the best of it.
Well, Texas suddenly with some momentum. Longhorns taking the field when we come back.
Man, these fries are good.
Hey, we gotta go. Can't be late for the Big Ten championship.
Gotta make a pit stop. See you guys at the car.
Matt, come on, man. Come on.
Fries.
What are you gonna do? Replace me?
Ever since South Bend, that guy's been a...
What's up?
You ever done a pregame show?
Follow the road to the Big Ten Championship with Big Noon Kickoff, Saturday on Fox, sponsored by Wendy's.
Where's your uniform?
Dude, I'm retired.
Texas leading 7-3 in Ames. Just over 4 minutes to play in the first half. Steve Sarkisian, first-year head coach for the Longhorns, has gone to Hudson Card as his quarterback. First 5 drives, nothing going for the Longhorns, but they're coming off a 14-play, 78-yard touchdown drive where they went 3 for 3 on third down. Card, all kinds of time. He's got a man, and he overthrows the speed of Xavier Worthy. He had him all right.
You don't get these chances against Iowa State very often. Great play design there and an unbalanced look. So there's the perfect angle for your speed guy to win on space. It's him and the back judge. Otherwise, a touchdown.
Card 5 for 7, 39 yards since taking over. Casey Thompson, who tonight made his 6th straight start at the beginning of the year as the backup, has been benched for the ground game. Robinson tackled by Bo Freeler.
Freeler's a physical dude. He's been more and more involved. They play a bunch of guys on defense. Sark and Texas liking that unbalanced action off the run game right there. Now they're going to spread things out. 11 personnel, 1 back, 1 tight end, who in this case is up top. This is a good waste of a route right here. You got a tight end on a corner up top. Work the inside if you're Hudson Card.
Both teams with all 3 timeouts.
Pressure.
Card feeling it, and he's brought down for the sack. Eddie Uwazurike, his 2nd sack tonight, stuffs the drive for the Longhorns.
Good disguise here by defensive coordinator John Haycock. Shows a 0 pressure and then bails out the ends to help out. And it's locked down on the back end. A good job just eating that one if you're Hudson Card. There's the 0 coverage with a dropper and help. You see Will McDonald dropping out not too often. He applauds that sack by somebody else. Good stop.
Another punt for Texas, another 3 and out. And so far that one drive, the previous drive for Texas, has been the outlier in the first half. Well, here's what's coming up on the State Farm halftime with Mike Hill and Rob Stone.
Coming up on the State Farm halftime, a top 3 team goes down in a massive upset. 6th-ranked Cincinnati barely survives, and number 12 Baylor got themselves caught in a trap game. That's all coming up at halftime.
Yeah, some upsets around the country. TCU taking down Baylor in Fort Worth. How about Wake Forest suffering its first loss, and Purdue taking it to the Spartans.
Yeah, Tim Duncan must have played in that game. 58-55.
You can check Tim Duncan off your bingo card. Underneath, Hutchinson.
So right here, both sidelines, obviously points at a premium in this game. Both sides have 3 timeouts. So if you're Steve Sarkisian on that side and you get a stop here, 3rd and long, 3rd extra long, they'll kill it. Get the ball back. If you're Matt Campbell, you're going to probe this here, play 2 minutes with your veteran quarterback.
Purdy finds Hall. Gets hit after spinning out of a tackle. It was overshown with the finishing knock. It's a pickup of 2. Hall hit hard.
Breeze took a shot here. Texas much more physical, much better from that standpoint of getting guys to the ground. That's clean all the way. A couple people on the sideline debating that. Demo, they call him. DeMarviano overshown. Clean.
It looked like that had a case to be targeting, but we see the contact on the shoulder.
Texas had too many guys on the field, and that's where you don't want to burn your timeout, but smart on a critical down here to take it and not get a penalty.
We're back in 30 seconds.
As a DJ, I know all about customization. That's why I love Liberty Mutual. They customize my car insurance, so I only pay for what I need.
How about a throwback?
You got it.
I'll settle for something I can dance to.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Well, on 3rd and 2, the Cyclones will have to play without Breece Hall. Hit hard. Cyclones 0 for 5 on 3rd down.
Yeah, this is one of those closet big plays right here. If they get a stop, they get ball with that have one timeout left.
Did you call it a closet big play?
It's a closet big play. One of those hidden big plays. Texas has 2 timeouts right here. Scoreboard is incorrect.
Did you ever say that in the headset, or is that only for this headset?
Just for you.
I like that. 3rd and 2 now. Big play, no matter
where
you determine.
Yeah. 3-man rush.
Put it underneath. Purdy's got it. He connects that time with Sean Shaw, who's suddenly become a popular target. Pick up a 4, first down.
Now just playing your 2-minute drill. If you're Brock Purdy, again, good patience. Good job by Shaw, giving me whoop, whoop, I'm open.
They hand it off. Jirel Brock trying to find the edge, turning up the field. Brock just 1 carry over the last couple of games. Under 90 seconds.
Coach Campbell not pleased with that tackle for loss. And you'll remember Texas won the toss, took the ball. Iowa State will get the ball first in the second half.
Pressure on Purdy. Lobs it. Incomplete. Where was that going? 3rd and 11, stops the clock at 1:07 to play.
Yeah, Deshaun Jamison there had some big eyes as he saw that ball leave Purdy's hands. Trying to look like he's coming back all the way back against the grain. Correction, that was Josh Thompson.
Third down and 11 from the 29. Purdy steps up. Tucks. Tripped up. That was overshown. Now we'll get a timeout to stop the clock.
Texas really hasn't had a chance to get a punt return going, but a huge stop. Maybe they'll come for a big-time block. Brock Purdy is one of the best pump fakers in the world. That's one of the most underrated things as well. And you can do it anywhere on the field. You could be 15 yards downfield. Guys bite on the pump fake.
Yeah, the Purdy pump is a real thing. We asked Pete Kwiatkowski, the Longhorns defensive coordinator, if he talked to his guys about the pump fake, and he said there's no question. Don't fall for the pump. Run right through them, because we see it all the time. Defenders will leave their feet, and Purdy holds on to it. And it almost never actually happens where you deflect the pass when the quarterback is scrambling.
10 guys in the front here for the Texas special teams. See if they bring it or if they set up a return.
Here they come. Oh, it's blocked. It's blocked. To the 45. Mevis was rolling out. And Devontae Dixon, who has been a star on special teams.
Great execution right here. They set it up there, bringing 4 guys between the A and the B gap. The punter says, I'm getting out of here, tries to do his best. A lefty rugby. The ball definitely blocked behind the line of scrimmage. Get away from it if you're Texas. Plus territory, 1 timeout. Huge play by the Texas special teams.
Well, they empty it out for Card. Short field ahead. Card on the run, throws high, almost intercepted. Isheem Young, the ball hawk, was right there. Would have been his 3rd interception of the season.
Card just misses high. Now Isheem Young almost gets the gift. You see him trying to find his guy Worthy again and just miss. Good job by Worthy settling in the zone. And just a high throw, just misses it.
Card to the sideline. Kate Brewer, the tight end, with the catch and gets out of bounds.
Good job by Card there, not biting on Anthony Johnson. The corner was kind of baiting him to throw the deeper route, the corner route. Good decision to check it down to Brewer, get him out of bounds, and play 3rd down. You have 2 downs to play with here if you're Texas.
They go to the ground, and that is going nowhere. Bring up 4th down. And now they're getting into it again. Flag comes out. This could be costly.
Got to be smart, man, right here. End of half. Throughout this game, it's been chippy. Can't be the second guy.
Well, it would have been 4th and 4. We've seen a couple of guys get into it multiple times already in the first half. You can see a push there by Worthy, the true freshman. That was not helping his cause.
Yeah, I can see there's about 3 different things you could call there. It'll be a matter of which one they picked out.
Which one did mom and dad see first?
Right.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense, number 8. Because the clock was running and we're under a minute, that carries a 10-second runoff. However, Texas is elected to take their 3rd and final charge timeout to save the runoff. This is number 8's first unsportsmanlike conduct foul of the game. Timeout.
Exactly what we just saw.
Yeah, that'll surprise me if he takes that time out, because it is 4th down. They would let the clock roll. Iowa State might elect to call a timeout if he wants to, but that would surprise me if, like he's saying that right there. Hey, we just saw the second guy, the 3rd guy pushing. That time they got the 1st guy. That was a correct call.
Sark is pleading his case. State Farm halftime show is coming up, so he uses his final timeout. Oh, the headset's about to go.
That's a headset thrower. That's in the zone.
That's what they look like.
Now Iowa State's going to take one.
Iowa State, their first of the half.
Now, are you saying it's surprising you that he is electing to take the timeout as opposed to let the runoff happen?
Well, if you're Texas, you want the clock running, right? It's 4th down.
Right.
That gives Iowa State 2 more plays easily, right? 10 seconds. If you're Iowa State, if you flip it in there, they would certainly take the timeout, which they can and did.
Tomorrow, catch a special Fox NFL Sunday pregame show live from Annapolis at 11 a.m. Eastern. Then at 4, it's one of the biggest games of the year as the Packers take on Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. It all kicks off tomorrow on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Of course, no Aaron Rodgers, out with COVID. So Jordan Love, last year's first-round pick out of Utah State, making his first career start. Meanwhile, Mahomes, most picks in the NFL. It'll be a very special pregame show from the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis. Inside the 20. 15 seconds to play in the first half.
See the returners on both sides being much more emphatic and vocal after the miscommunications, the turnover, the near turnover on one side. It hit the Iowa State player on the other. It's a huge deal. Be very surprised if they do anything but take a knee, rally up, and turn things around. They get the ball back in the second half first.
You told us before the game started you thought it would be 7-3 at halftime, right? This is exactly the game that you saw coming.
I wish I had first half under on my Fox bet for $1 billion.
What an interesting first half it turns out to be.
That's a good word.
Longhorns 7-3, a closet good first half to some. Well, that'll do it. Coming up after this quick commercial break. Make sure to stick around. We've got the State Farm halftime coming right up. It's a sold-out crowd in Ames. 7-3, Texas in front. Welcome back, Aaron Goldsmith and Coach Mark Helfrich. All right, Mark, so you've got two of the best running backs in the nation. You've got the Big 12's leading receiver, the most accomplished quarterback in Iowa State history, and 10 combined points in the first half.
Yeah, effectively a pitcher's duel. Defensive coordinators are excited. Lovers of defense are excited. But they've just, with the exception of one big drive by Texas and one turnover leading to points, right here, the second play of the game, they poke it out from Bijan Robinson. That led to the early field goal. 11 carries, 65 yards for Bijan, so he'll get going. Good pass coverage here, but just not quite running through those last tackles to have a breakaway run. Hard for the sack to end it. Then you flip it over for Texas's defense. Longhorn Nation loving it. 3 points to limit this high explosive offense. Breece Hall will check on him. He's been banged up. And Jaron Thompson bringing the heat both in the run game and the passing game. But we'll check on Breece at halftime. That's probably the highlight of the first half.
Tonight's team comparison presented by Credible. Now, Iowa State being held to 40 yards on the ground is certainly noteworthy. Nothing opening up for Breece Hall, the All-American. Iowa State leading the charge in total yards. Been a struggle for the Cyclones on third down. And really, it's been the one drive for Texas that has resulted in the touchdown. 3 and out and punts almost every drive other than that. But Hall, you can see, one of the top rushers in the nation, averaging 123 a game, and not even close so far tonight.
Production knifed in half. We'll see what Iowa State talked about at halftime and what they're going to do about it.
Yeah, Hall leading the conference. He's 5th in the nation in yards per game. Remember, both these running backs have noteworthy touchdown streaks. For Hall, 20 straight games, trying to extend an all-time Big 12 record. For Bijan Robinson, 10 consecutive games with a rushing score.
And he's back in there, so that's good for all those interested, except for maybe, I guess half of our audience, the Longhorn fans, but football purists. That guy's just a great player. Can't wait to see his competitiveness and his response. And the key here for Texas defensively is, can they still stop the run, maintaining this two-safety look to control Brock Purdy? See those safeties way off? They've stopped one of the best runners in America playing that defense.
Design rollout. He finds Jalen Knoll. That's going nowhere. Brennan Schooler with the tackle.
That's the difference of Texas's defense in previous games to this one. The open field, one-on-one tackle. When you have those high safeties, somebody's coming inside out. In this case, 14 coming inside out. Schooler getting him on the ground. Huge stop.
Knoll, the true freshman. Tom Manning, offensive coordinator, calls him as impressive of a young man as he's been around. It's 2nd and 8 after a pickup of 2. On the ground, big hole for Breece Hall. Looked like he could have sprung it even further. But the tackle made by Luke Brockermeyer, linebacker, it sets up 3rd and short.
This is just the angular run. Again, both these backs are so good. His aiming point is kind of the booty of the tight end. And puts his left foot in the ground and gets vertical. Almost runs through the arms of Brockermeyer, but he said, I got him, no doubt.
Well, can Iowa State get better on third down in the second half. They're just 1 for 7 in the first half.
1 for 7, it can't be worse.
It's been a struggle this season on third down, especially so this evening as a flag comes in.
And now it just got harder.
Yes, it did. False start.
False start. Offense, number 55. 5-yard penalty. Remains third down.
That's Darrell Simmons Jr. He's been a little dinged up recently.
They've been trying to help the edges of this defense, motioning the tackles over to get a little chip on this outside. That's what they're trying to do, help out the O-line. And then they jump. Good to see him rotating in and out and healthy. Not good to see him jump, but good to see him healthy.
Makes it now 3rd and 7 in the opening drive of the second half. Purdy with a clean pocket. Checks down. Hutchinson turns upfield. Hutchinson able to scamper ahead to move the sticks.
Really nice protection. A little rush game by Texas up front. A little shallow by Hutchinson. Nice catch. Not a great throw by Purdy, but he runs out of it for enough.
Purdy steps up. Downfield. Contact made. And a flag comes in. That was Josh Thompson covering Hutchinson.
Yeah, no doubt about this one. This is a pass interference all the way.
Defense, number 9. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic. First down.
Double move. Good job by Hutchinson putting his foot on the ground, coming back to the quarterback on the underthrown ball. That's very difficult on Thompson.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Thompson, there's nothing you can do there, right?
Nope. That's the savvy right there of Hutchinson. Veteran move.
Pitch it out to Hall. Brees Hall. First down, run and more. Foot race is on. He cuts the cross. Brees Hall angling to the pylon, and he is in for the Cyclones score. 47 yards for the All-American, Brees Hall. And he extends his all-time Big 12 record, his 21st game with a rushing touchdown.
Texas hurt by this option last week against Baylor. Iowa State went to school on it. They got Brees in space. Nice job right here design-wise. Get your guy the ball in space. As Brees says, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'll cut this back. Yep, you too. And blackjack, 21 straight.
Cyclones had 46 yards rushing on the night. That carry good for 47. And Iowa State comes out of halftime with their first touchdown on the night. And who else do you go to but your bell cow, the All-American and the conference's leading rusher, Brees Hall, for 47 yards and the score. Ames has come alive after the touchdown run from Brees Hall. It's 21 straight games with a rushing score. You look at it since 2000. Only Lee Suggs of Virginia Tech has more. Bill Burnett has the all-time FBS record of 23, and it certainly seems like Hall will be tracking that down. And the return out to the 20 for Texas. Jameson on the return for the Longhorns. Iowa State finds pay dirt for the first time tonight to begin the second half. Casey Thompson started this game. He began the season as the backup to Hudson Carr, but Thompson started the third game of the season, didn't look back until tonight. You can see what's happened this evening for the Longhorns. Their scoring drive, 14 plays, 78 yards and a touchdown. All their other drives combined for just 48 total yards. So Sarkisian has brought in Card to try to spark things. He did that early on in the first quarter. And this time, Card is tackled at the waistline by Greg Eisworth and ripped down.
Sometimes it's the easiest things you have to do as a backup quarterback. As you said, was a starter, was a backup. They're just hand the ball off. It's kind of a gray area read. Give the ball to the best player.
Bijan Robinson.
Get out of the way.
Card Checks down to Robinson. That has been a trend tonight for this Longhorns offense. That's his 6th catch. Everyone else has combined for 3 for Texas.
Huge surge that time defensively as Will McDonald, the 4th, comes back on, trying to get another sack. Didn't count that one earlier, we found out.
They gave him it.
They talked about it?
They had a conference. They ended up giving him a half, which is what he needed for the record. Card flushed. Being pursued, and Card is in trouble. He heaves it to the bench. That was Orion Vance. Like a nightmare coming after him.
A relentless rush, and whatever they said at halftime, they're going to throw a flag here late for intentional grounding as the ball was knocked back to the line of scrimmage.
Offense, number 1.
Card escape.
Quarterback goes outside of the pocket. However, the ball did not reach the line of scrimmage. It'll be placed at the spot of the foul. Loss of down. 4th down.
Good explanation there. You could see the down marker in the background. His card was getting flushed. It's really the best thing that could happen in that situation is just throw it away, but got to throw it past that down marker, and that extends all the way up to row, whatever that is in Ames, Iowa, row 56 if it gets out there. But a frenzied atmosphere, the Brees Hall touchdown, and a great stop there by this Iowa State defense.
Well, this should result in some tremendous field position for the Cyclones.
And they're going to keep coming at these punts. Texas has had problems.
Dicker gets off a clean punt. That's a booming punt. All signaling for the fair catch. Just about the 35. Punt of 53, much needed from Cameron Dicker. Now this full house, sold out crowd on its feet after the Hall touchdown run. Cyclones ball when we come back.
Hey businesses, you all deserve something epic, so we're giving every business our best deals on every iPhone, including the iPhone 13 Pro with 5G.
That's the one with the amazing camera.
Yep, every business deserves it, like ones that reopened. Hi, we have an appointment. And every new business that just opened.
Like aromatherapy rugs.
I'll take one in blue, please.
It's not complicated. AT&T is giving new and existing customers our best deals on every iPhone, including up to $800 off the Epic iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pro.
All-American running back Brees Hall, little known fact, lefty, man of the people.
It's good eyes right there.
Slanted a ball for a young Cyclone fan prior to entering Jack Trice Stadium earlier this afternoon. First half, he was bottled up. 7 carries, 17 yards. Just ripped one off from 47, though, and a touchdown. Second drive of the second half for the Cyclones. Purdy flushed. That has been a theme tonight, running out of room. Dangerous pass inside, looking for Kohler. Brockermeyer pursued at 2nd and 10.
Looks like the plan right now is to wad him up. Watch the rush again, internal rush. He squirts out to his right. That's about the 4th time that's happened. Looks like that's by design from this Texas defense. And as you said, a dangerous throw back to Kohler.
You like a lefty running back?
I like the lefty. You always want to have a lefty skill guy, just closet trick play guy. I don't think Brees Hall's ever thrown a touchdown pass, but I guarantee he's good at it.
You're saying he's due for one.
He's due.
Quick strike, Chase Allen tied in, first down catch. It's a fight for who's got the better hair, Allen or the man who made the tackle, Brennan Scoot.
It's not me, but great action. Watch Brock Purdy right here just dealing, turning to shortstop. Good ball placement on Big Chase.
We got the all Vidal Sassoon team out of the field here in Ames. Fresh set of downs for the Cyclones. Iowa State mustered just a single field goal in the first half.
Unbalanced.
Blown dead.
Yeah, I think we were a little excited. They liked the look. Looked like the left side got an early start.
Prior to the snap, false start. Offense, number 54. 5-yard penalty is still first down.
Jared Hufford, who was moved from guard to tackle. He's taken over as starter. Great last year in the Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah, you love those guys that can cross-train. A bunch of these O-linemen, obviously on both teams, have played multiple roles. Hufford has kind of settled things down at left tackle.
Brees Hall cuts upfield. Hall gets about where the drive began. Alfred Collins with the tackle.
Good defense if you're Texas. They stretched it out and try to stretch out that front side. They set the edge up top beautifully, cut it back inside. Now 2nd and 11 after the penalty. Those rushing yards kind of coming back to normal.
Pressure coming. Purdy running. Purdy turns upfield. That was Ray Thornton, the LSU transfer, and Alfred Collins giving chase. 3rd down.
Timeout on the field for an injured player.
And we have an injured man down. A Texas player all the way across the field. It's Alfred Collins.
Alfred Collins, the Longhorns shaken up on the play.
Thorne, as you said, great chase from the backside. Can't really tell what happened.
While they tend to Collins, we will step aside.
After his triumph over the Bloodline Jimmy Uso last week, King Woods goes head-to-head with the Universal Champion Roman Reigns. Who will rule SmackDown, the King or the Tribal Chief? Find out in an all-new edition of Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on Fox.
Good to see Alfred Collins up and moving around for the Longhorns. 3rd and long for Iowa State. Gyro Brock in the backfield now. Purdy with time. All kinds of time. Now it collapses and Purdy escapes. Brought down to midfield, well shy of the 1st down. Everybody was covered up for him.
Stopped by David Benda and Jeff Bush.
Texas another big guy down here.
Timeout on the field for an injured player.
Good patience there by Brock Purdy. They picked up the initial pressure. Texas brought a little pipe pressure up the middle, had the coverage because it was a zone blitz. What's the little cross blitz coming up the pipe? They protect it well. Nothing downfield.
You can see 93 in white who tried to get the ankles of Purdy. That is Tavondre Sweat, and he is the injured Longhorn.
Yeah, it looks similar to really Collins' deal, kind of his body falling on like a appendage. There's a lot of body on that body right there.
There's a lot of body on that body. You can cut that one up for the film room. Yeah, 6'4", 335.
Yeah, that's really exactly what happened to Collins. He was stretched out on his right shoulder. Great effort from Sweat and Collins.
Good to see him up on his feet. There's a couple of D linemen dinged up last couple of plays for Texas. Fun team on for the Cyclones. Mr. Do-It-All Andrew Mevis. Now, both these schools have guys who do all the kicking, and now as we say that, it's actually Corey Dunn who makes a cameo. Dunn had punted earlier. Now Mevis has been handling the duty since he's become fully healthy, but Dunn will punt this away. At the 5, it is a beauty. Corey Dunn, 1 for 1.
Look like your sand wedge right there. Just a little knockdown Sweet little backspin. We could have played golf today, and Ames. It was so nice, but that's why he's in there. Corey Dunn, the coffin corner, back corner specialist. Zip. Nice job.
Eisworth right there in front of the goal line.
We had Texas down it on the 1. Iowa State trying to drive it out. Now the story is flipped. Can Texas rally in the second half?
That'll just drop the mic after that punt. That was perfect.
Walk off.
That's right. Now they mark it at the 4. Bijan Robinson driven back. Hello, Craig McDonald. Nice to meet you. Eric Horn looked like stood him up, and McDonald finished him off.
McDonald is a physical dude, 6'3", 210. Had the pick last week. Here he said, hey, I'm not just a cover guy. I'm a boundary safety, a BS, a bring it safety right there.
Back to Bijan Robinson. He's crushed. Patron Young leveled the shoulder pad. It's a pickup of 1. And right there also Ryan Vance. 3rd and 6 now coming.
Datron liked that from Craig McDonald. He said, okay, I'll match you here. I'll keep my eyes up, square up on Bijan, and set up a 3rd and 6. The crowd's into it.
The secondary's made it loud on this drive for the Longhorns. Ball marked to the 8-yard line. Pressure coming. Card. Now scrambling. Couple of flags come out. And it's incomplete, out of bounds, looking for Joshua Moore. The Wazirike, who has a pair of sacks tonight, provided the pressure for Iowa State.
3 flags. Gonna get our money's worth right here. That's so hard on the offensive lineman when you feel Card break contain. It's too late. You've already committed the hold. He kind of, bailed out in a 3-man rush. That's very difficult on the offensive line. We'll see what the other one was.
There are 2 fouls, both by the offense. Ineligible downfield, number 67. That penalty is declined. Holding, offense, number 70. That penalty is also declined. The result of the play brings up 4th down.
Matt Campbell all kinds of fired up here. None of that happened. All declined. Celebrating that defense coming off after the great special teams play. Now a huge swing of momentum, swing of field position to offer.
I got to say, when we have a chance to talk with Matt Campbell, he has the demeanor of almost an accountant when we talk to him. He's calm, very polite, mild-mannered, and you put him on the sidelines on a Saturday, man, and he's as emotional as there is in the game. Cyclones will have it at just about midfield. Nola on the fair catch. 5 3-and-outs today for the Longhorns. We don't always have a chance to give the punters the love, but whether it be Corey Dunn, what we just saw, or Cameron Dicker, who truly does it all, special teams have been shining bright at times tonight. First and 10 for Iowa State at the Texas 49.
Hutchinson back to Brees Hall.
Now they're swinging.
Backward. Oh gosh.
What they want to do. Hutchinson lets it fly. Tariq Milton is coasting in. His first catch is for 6. 51-yard strike for Iowa State.
Texas defense has been playing so well, so aggressive. Great design there by offensive coordinator Tom Manning. Xavier Hutchinson throw it. Hey, I can throw it.
And we've barely seen Milton even on the field tonight. Last week, Milton had a 68-yard wide open touchdown catch. And tonight, from 49, from Hutchinson.
You can see Hutchinson in motion, extremely deep. Watch how deep he is. That ensures the backward pass. Now that safety that's been so disciplined all night long, playing deep to short, says, I'm going to go with, oh, shoot, over the top. Tariq Milton, house call, good protection up front. Oh, man, if he would have missed this one, I can't even tell you what the receiver meeting would have been like on Monday.
Well, you know, on Monday, Milton's going to walk into the quarterback room, right?
Right, exactly. Let me give you a few pointers, Brock.
Texas is now wearing number 94.
Gosh, all night long, so disciplined. Both teams, really, right? Making teams earn it. Small chunks. The safety comes out of nowhere. Great design, perfect timing, plus territory after the coffin quarter hold. Kick from the 49-yard line. Touchdown Cyclones.
That's back-to-back weeks for this Texas defense, where some trick plays have kind of found the end zone. As you might imagine, Hutchinson's first career touchdown pass.
He's coming.
Jameson bringing it out. Shy of the 20. You know, this has been a different position now for Texas, where you look at them tonight compared to recent weeks. You know, we take you back to the first of their last 3 games, Red River. They were up 28-7. They lost 55-48. And then at home against number 12 Oklahoma State, up 17-3. They lost 32-24. And then, as we just referenced, in Waco last week, they took a 21-10 lead in the fourth quarter, lost 31-24.
It's a great picture of Sark's face right there after that Baylor game. You could just see, man, 3 weeks in a row. Here we go again. All that stuff piles up on you. Now they got to answer.
Then Robinson met. Gets about back to the line of scrimmage. Zach Peterson makes the tackle. No gain on the play.
Iowa State's so disciplined again. A little edge pressure that time by by John Haycock, defensive coordinator.
Where did you play?
That's Inu Wazarike, who's picked up a pair of sacks tonight.
Guy's another guy that just does a bunch of dirty work. Both D lines, the scheme that they run, they are oftentimes just sacrificial lambs, eat up 2 blocks, let the linebackers run over the top. Let Mike Rose, Orion Vance, Jake Hummel, in this case, run over the top.
Now, Texas came into this game 10th in the nation, scoring 39 points a game. And they have scored just 7 tonight, 122 total yards. We take a look at what happened to Wazarike, and he got popped.
Bijan got squared up on him as he gets vertical coming off of the block from Wiley. It's a lot of force right there.
That'll ring the bell. Good to see him coming off the field all right. You know, Texas tonight, 4 drives for the Longhorns of no yards or negative yards. Another 2 drives of just 4 total yards. I mean, look at what they've done this year in the first half. They've been dynamite. Top 10 in the country. Point differential of plus 96. Second half is where things have fallen apart. Now they're hoping to kind of reverse those trends tonight.
Absolutely. And Sark made a great point. If they weren't ready to play, if they weren't practicing, well, they wouldn't have those starts.
Knocked down. A flag is out. That was McDonald, who swatted the ball away. McDonald, a prolific high school basketball player. Matt Campbell said that they were as impressed with his basketball tape as with his football tape.
Can you imagine trying to throw around that right there? 6'4", and just an unbelievable athlete.
Holding. Offense, number 70. That penalty is declined. Result of the play brings up 3rd down.
And McDonald was also a state champion discus thrower.
What did he wear?
Yeah, an old pair of Converses.
Chuck Taylors. Just showed him. What do you throw the discus in and win the state championship? Just my Chuck Taylors. Here's my old film, and then we'll. Oh no, that's not it.
I mean, you can see why basketball was his passion. He did not start playing football until his sophomore year when his coach begged him. Card with Tone. Here they come. Card goes down. That was, guess who? McDonald. Record-setting night for Will McDonald. He has set the program's all-time sack record. You know, a young man who his head coach, Matt Campbell, said he defines us in a lot of ways. He was overlooked as a high schooler. He has come to Ames, and he has worked as hard as anyone, and has turned himself into one of the elite defensive linemen in the country.
Bringing a stunt back inside. It's just not fair. It's so hard to come off, trade that all off. That's a three-man trade-off between the center, guard, tackle.
No, that's a bounce. And once again, great starting field position for Iowa State. Another negative drive, by the way, for Texas.
A negative drive, the second drive in a row starting on the 49-yard line. Plus.
Tomorrow, catch a special Fox NFL Sunday pregame show live from Annapolis at 11 a.m. Eastern. Then at 4, it's one of the biggest games of the year. The Packers take on Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. It all kicks off tomorrow on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Jordan Love will be getting the start for the Packers in that one. What a scene that'll be at the U.S. Naval Academy for the pregame show, by the way.
Yeah, so cool that they're doing that.
Jitter step, spin cycle, Breece Hall down the sideline. What a run for the All-American.
A little surgery early in the week for Jared Russ. Now he's working backside. Follow your fullback, Breece. He'll set you up. Look at that cutback lane. Huge lane. No chance for Jared Thompson in tight quarters on Breece Hall.
And that's right here for 21 yards. Hall now nearing 100 on the night.
Hall, the Iowa State ball carrier. Stopped by B.J. Foster.
Texas committing more and more here just after that. The trick play touchdown. Get tighter and tighter with their coverage.
You know, we saw him on the 47-yard touchdown run from Hall. I mean, he has more speed than you would think he has.
I was talking to a couple of scouts before the game, and that's what we were talking about, you know, what you look for with guys in person. That's one of the things. He looks fast on film, but in person.
They lob it to Kohler inside the 5. First and goal for Iowa State.
Great call. That's the play action I was just alluding to there. Committing more bodies to stop Breece Hall, to stop this action. Now they slip him out and slip Kohler up the hash. Nice spot by Brock Purdy.
You know, Kohler wanted a couple of more yards. It would have been his 20th career touchdown. He already has the most touchdowns by a tight end in program history. Third most overall, regardless of position in ISU history. First and goal from the 2. Purdy directing Hall. They give to 28. He's got his second touchdown tonight. And Iowa State starting to run away with this thing.
They're feeling it here at Jack Trice. Jared Russ, 43, the fullback, checks back in. He said, hey, the ball's inside the 3. Let me lead Breece to the promised land. Watch him on the back block, 43. Going to Leatherwood. Breece with a great cut. Goes the wrong way there initially. Untouched. They might want to put that in the playbook.
Hall now over 100 yards. 2 touchdown runs. Last 2 drives for the Cyclones have started at the Longhorns 49. Iowa State has most certainly capitalized. 24-7. Iowa State looking for its 10th straight home win against a Big 12 opponent on their way with 4 to play in the third quarter.
We're so embarrassed we overpaid for this used car. We don't even want to show our faces around here.
Yep. Went to the wrong used car site.
Remember, if you don't see me, you're not seeing the most accurate price. Shop at Carfax. You won't have to overpay on a used car again.
All right, kids. Coast is clear. Wait for me.
Come on, come on.
Shop millions of great deals, all with a free Carfax report. Only at the all-new Carfax.com.
career multi-touchdown games in the Big 12. Hall now with 18, tied with Cedric Benson. One shy of Run Ricky Run, and DeMarco Murray as well. Meanwhile, 21 unanswered.
It's a good little all-star team right there. That was kind of everything on display. The hard ball, first down run from Brees, the play action pass by Purdy, and then the finish by Brees Hall.
Texas to start from its 25. We were most excited in this game for this battle of the running backs. The two best in the conference, two of the best in the nation. And here's how Bijan Robinson and Brees Hall have fared. Equal carries by and large. Hall ripped off the 47-yard touchdown run. That was the biggest boost in his numbers. He has the 2 touchdowns of the 2.
And then the other big part of that, a fumble by Bijan early, led to the 3 points early on.
Bijan's first fumble this season. Both have eclipsed 1,000 yards for the year. Both elite talents.
No, as advertised, no doubt.
Robinson shut down last week, 43 yards. He averaged fewer than 3 a carry against Baylor's defense. Long throw, and the catch made by Joshua Moore just shy of the first down. It was Aishim Young and Datron Young. It's a pickup of 8.
Really nice drive starter, that throw by Hudson Card. And now they got to get something positive going here. They're still in striking distance. It's a 17-point game. No need to panic, but you got to put one together here.
Iowa State signaling for a false start.
False start. Offense, number 75. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
That's just hard for who they are right now. It goes from 2nd and 2, where Texas has just got everything before what they want. Now 2nd and 8, unforced error.
Card. Backs down. Robinson has enough for the first down. Forced out of bounds by Young. It was J.R. Singleton for the Cyclones to apply the pressure.
You can see Hudson Card's eyes go through things. And you always want to see as a quarterback what I always used to call deliberate eyes, meaning I'm going to go from 1 to 2 to 3. And you can see why he was the starter at the beginning of the year and see him go through that progression.
Yeah, he lost his starting job to Casey Thompson. Thompson got the start tonight, was very ineffective, missed some wide open receivers. He was benched early on. It's been Card ever since. Robinson falls forward. We go back to the last throw from Hudson Card.
Watch his eyes here as he goes through this. Bijan's going to work off this play fake and then work to the sideline. There's like 1, 2, and then vacate in that case, finding Bijan. Down.
Bijan Robinson, the Longhorns shaking up on the play.
And Robinson needs a little time. It's not a good sign. Hopefully not much.
Both these backs, man, you think about it, people don't watch the focal point of both defenses for everybody they play and try to gang tackle that guy, get shot. All that stuff adds up.
Card. Pressure coming. He didn't feel it. And the ball is loose. There's no whistle. Like Texas fell on it. And that was Will McDonald, who appeared out of nowhere.
That's where he's just got to become a runner. Trust his instincts there. Had a chance to just take off and gain.
Recovered by the offense. 3rd down.
It was a good job by the officials too to let it go. And if that did turn into some sort of a incompletion or fumble type of ruling, Card just step up here and become a runner.
Card zips it, and it's off the hands, dropped. Calvante Dixon, just 3 catches this year. Now, Sarkisian said that this is a guy that they want to get more involved.
Yeah, and he's just got to come out of his cut, trust his quarterback. That was actually a great throw by Hudson Card. Think about that. You just took a shot from one of the best pass rushers, Will McDonald. You step into that as you're getting thrown. Just got to continue on his route. Good spot, Hudson Card.
Texas has accumulated just 6 yards of total offense in the third quarter. You can counter that. Another great special teams play. The punting unit for Dicker. 184 yards of offense in the third quarter for Iowa State. Dicker doing it all. Sarkisian said he's been nearly the Longhorns MVP this year.
You can see why, man. He used to just be Cameron Dicker, freshman kicker, right? That was the great call. And now he's senior, does everything. A lot of great red zone punt highlights tonight for the special. A lot of people probably staying up tonight hoping to look at some good red zone punt highlights.
We've been chock full of them. Bijan Robinson just making his way into the tent. He's needing some extra attention. Long field ahead now for Purdy and the Cyclones.
Got a chance to change the game here for Texas's defense.
Ball on the 2. Serving Russ. Hall trying to find some daylight. Bounces it out. Brees Hall dragged down by Schooler just shy of the 10-yard line. Good run on first down and some ample breathing room after pickup of 7.
Just a great run. I mean, they had pressure. Watch, there's going to be guys unblocked in the backfield. Multiple. And Brees says, no problem. I got those guys. 2nd and 3, no big deal.
One of the few grass fields, natural grass fields remaining, and some of it stuck in Hall's face mask. Xavier Hutchinson turns upfield. He's got a first down catch and run for the Cyclones. And there's so much for being pinned at their own 2-yard line.
No doubt. Nice job by Brock Purdy here. It's just a garden variety RPO, run pass option. The run option there, off coverage that time by the corner. Xavier Hutchinson takes advantage.
He gains 11 on the play. 7 catches, 77 yards for the senior, plus a touchdown pass.
Both coordinators trying to show one thing and bring another. Iowa State aligns. Texas shows a field pressure. Texas is trying to check out of it.
They hand to Hall. Hall makes one-man miss and then dragged down. That was B.J. Foster, who's been playing a little banged up, but Hall picks up 7 on the play. Now just chunks of yards for Hall here in the second half.
Yeah, 36 tackles on the year, 4 last week. B.J. Foster making a ton of tackles out of the top end, and that's a good trump card to everything. Just hand it to Brees Hall and make things right.
Final seconds of the third quarter. And Texas jumps. And they're saying Iowa State jumped.
Offside. Defense, number 98. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
This is one of those things for the O-line. Watch Downing here. It's the most excited guys ever get in a football game as an O-lineman drawing a defensive lineman offside. Watch him. It's like they just won the Super Bowl. 5-yard penalty. Yes. Move the chains.
Chase Allen had a celebratory dance that he might not want to see in the film room.
Yes.
Coming up on Monday. But they're fired up on that Iowa State sideline. You know, this was a game that had just 10 combined points in the first half. Iowa State's gone deep in the playbook, and they've also handed it off to Brees Hall a number of times and take a 24-7 lead. Texas is used to second half heartbreak, more specifically the fourth quarter, but Steve Sarkisian calling his whole team over after the end of that third quarter. What's he saying?
Yeah, it looked to me like a little extracurricular activity, a couple things there, and then right there, challenge these guys to finish a fourth quarter. This game is still in doubt, right? There's a lot on the line. It's a great test for him right now.
We saw jump cut. Keeps his feet. Another solid run on first down for Brees Hall. Well over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground for Hall. He picks up 5 on that carry.
Yeah, just like that one off the goal line, that was really a great pressure right into it. They had it gapped out. Brees Hall just said, "You're not going to tackle me."
Good news on the Longhorns sideline. Bijan Robinson out of the tent.
Let's go, Texas! Let's go defense! Go defense!
Purdy. Pollard goes up and makes the catch inside Texas territory. Charlie Kohler, the two-time All-American, most accomplished tight end in Cyclone history, gains 15.
This is what makes this guy so deadly. He can block and he can go up and get this seam ball from Purdy, knowing he's going to take punishment, and love it.
They snap it directly to Hall, who bounces it outside. Hall's got a first down run. He is just chewing up yardage since halftime. He gains a dozen on that carry.
Well, little direct snap, little okey-doke to Purdy, and watch Shaw finish on the perimeter right there. Great finish by 2.
DeMarvion Overshown is down. Linebacker for Texas, needing some attention, will step aside from Ames. Starting linebacker DeMarvion Overshown. He can't really put any weight at all. You can see on that right leg. This was not a pleasant looking injury. 0 in white. Gets it twisted up. Purdy zips it out. Hutchinson makes the first man miss. Streaks down the sideline. Moves the chains again. That's Hutchinson's 8th catch.
The only receiver in the game right here. 3 tight ends in. Hard sell RPO. If he's off, take him. Hutchinson makes a miss. First down. 2 tight ends and a fullback, I guess. Let's give Jared Russ his due.
That's a pickup of 19. Hutchinson 8 for 96 now.
Same personnel group, unbalanced.
Hall runs into his own man. Hall's got a chance for his 3rd touchdown tonight on this drive.
Just another great body blow run here by Iowa State. It's the same play they had with the RPO complement to the outside. At that time, wisely handed it off to the playmaker.
Oh my gosh, the second half numbers. Iowa State outgaining Texas 260 yards.
You couldn't make that up, right? If we said that before. I mean, it's incredible.
This is the 5th consecutive Cyclone drive that has taken place inside of Texas territory. On 2nd and 5. Hall, hurdle, brought down, brings up 3rd down. That was Byron Murphy. Hall having another monster night.
Murphy chasing it down, and B.J. Foster really forcing that play off of Jared Russ, the fullback. Prideful stop here, here for Texas.
The last 3 games, all losses for Texas. They've all had the similar kind of heartbreak, 4th quarter collapses, but this one, a much different form of heartbreak for the Longhorns so far. Been able to get anything going. Purdy, the pump. Purdy to the back of the end zone, and it's out of bounds. Darren Wilson Jr., a senior in the vicinity. 4th down.
And you called it the pump, trying to get the safety and or corner to trigger on that and have a chance to take a whole shot, basically a little bit more on the ball, trying to trick Darian Dunn here. He bites. Schooler makes a little bit of a tighter window, but that's the shot they were trying to get to Darren Wilson.
This will be another chip shot from Mevis. He was good from 24 earlier. This one will be from 29. Mevis able to put it through. 10 in a row made by Andrew Mevis, and 2 for 2 tonight. Second half domination. Cyclones leading the Longhorns.
This app is about to change the way you think about weather. Welcome to a new world that will blow your mind.
This has always been my passion. Our mobile 3D radar tech is the first of its kind.
Taking a trip? FutureView gives you a long-range look at the weather so you can relax and enjoy.
We'll cover severe storms like you've never seen before.
America's Weather Team is on the new Fox Weather app. Download now at foxweather.com.
24 unanswered points for Iowa State. It was a 7-3 Texas lead at halftime. Much different story in the second half. Here from Ames. Hudson Card has taken over at quarterback. Casey Thompson started this game as expected, but was benched in the first quarter. Texas to start from its own 25. Well, as you look at the CFP picture right now, the top 6. Michigan State losing today. Oregon, their great rivalry game. Montlake at UW. Oregon leading as we speak. Meanwhile, Ohio State, as seen earlier on Big Noon, winning in Lincoln, and Cincinnati holding on. Mark your top 6.
It's just a starting point, right? Hey, I agree with Alabama. Alabama is going to end up, if they beat Georgia, they'll end up in it. That's life. That's how the playoff is set up. Cincinnati is where they are because that's how the playoff is set up. And I think a one-loss Big 12 team, as we take a shot down the pipe, a one-loss Big 12 team, which is going to be getting harder and harder to have happen, a one-loss Oregon, a one-loss Big 10 champion. All of those things might happen, all of those things might not happen, and it's chaos.
It is total chaos, and it's looking like it'll become more chaotic the way things are shaping up. 2nd and 10 now. Now, Bijan Robinson banged up at this one, had to go to the injury tent. Now back. That was his 16th carry. It was good for 7. 77 yards now on the night. Now for Texas, they had the one great drive in the first half that resulted in 6. That's been it, though. They've not been able to get anything going. And let's give some due on the other side of the Cyclones. I mean, it's not like Texas hasn't been able to move the ball against just somebody.
Right.
I mean, this is one of the elite defenses, and it has become so under Matt Campbell. This is one of the best defensive units in the country. Check down and his tight end, Cade Brewer, tripped up on himself at the 40s. The minimal pickup.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's shocked that Iowa State's playing great defense. There's John Haycock, the defensive coordinator, on the sideline, working it, competing to the last inch. But to do this in the manner they did it,
right?
A lot of questions, certainly at the quarterback position throughout next week in Austin.
Robinson taken down to the 45. You know, we talked about the defensive trends under Matt Campbell, 3-time conference coach of the year. You look at when he took over, 8th in the Big 12, and since 2018, they finished 2nd twice. This year, the best in the conference, one of the best in the nation.
That's so impressive, so hard to do. 3-man rush.
Almost picked off. Very close.
First pass is complete to Kelvontae Dixon.
That was Mike Rose on the coverage.
Mike Rose.
Dixon gets his catch.
Sorry about that, Mike Rose. Great to see him back in there. Another guy, kind of like Kohler and Purdy and Hall. Feels like he's been here for 10 years. Great to see him back in here after losing 2 games.
You know, incredibly, Rose has 6 career interceptions. He missed last week because of the nerve issue in his neck. That snap. 45 consecutive starts. A couple of flags come out. Carr checks down and he finds Robinson, who lost the ball. Cyclones clearly on it. It was Jake Hummel. As Robinson fumbled earlier, he fumbled on his first carry, his first fumble of the year, and Bijan Robinson has just been taking a pounding tonight by the Cyclones defense.
Yeah, really in the exact similar fashion, battling for yards.
On the play, holding, offense number 80, that penalty is declined. Holding, offense number 75, that penalty is declined. The result of the play was a fumble recovered by Iowa State. First down, Iowa State. Timeout for an injured player.
Well, you thought it couldn't get any worse for Texas. Robinson seemingly injured more seriously this time. He entered this game without having lost a fumble this year. He has lost 2 tonight in Ames.
With DirecTV Stream, I can get live TV and on demand together. Watch Serena Williams, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman.
You cannot be serious!
Get your TV together with the best of live and on demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream.
Cyclones from their own 38-yard line.
Bijan Robinson making his way to the Texas sideline, but man, he is needing some help. Looks a little foggy to say the least. The second lost fumble gives the Cyclones the ball. Pass is knocked free. That is Chris Adamora who goes up and jars it loose from Tariq Milton.
That's a great, clean, hard shot right here by Adamora. Gets the head out of it and separates Milton from the ball.
Milton's one catch for 49 yards and a touchdown. And Bijan's looking done for the night, and he's headed to the locker room. Play action. Purdy down the seam. Milton avoids the big hit. He's got the first down. It's a nifty spin as Schooler makes the tackle. That's good. 15 yards.
Back-to-back targets here for Milton. Just a little short post or a slant, whatever you want to call it, off the RPO. Good decision by Brock Purdy. Good placement. First down, and it's grind time if you're this Iowa State offensive line.
Jirel Brock is in the game on this drive at running back for Iowa State. Breece Hall looking like he is done for this evening after another monster game. And they hand it to Brock. Brock, the former Illinois Gatorade Player of the Year in high school.
Yeah, doesn't have a touchdown yet. It's hard playing behind Breece when you're Brock. But good for him to find the zone here as they ice this thing out.
Iowa State on its way to beating Texas for the 3rd straight year. No. Upfield. Inside the 40. You know, after last year's win in Austin, Breece Hall had the famous quote, 5-star players versus 5-star culture. How about the Big 12 recruiting since 2017? First recruiting class under Matt Campbell. Iowa State 7th, Texas 1st. 4- and 5-star recruits. I mean, it's not even close. In fact, Iowa State, those 4 recruits are all 4-stars, no 5-stars. And yet, the bottom line, Iowa State with more wins.
Scoreboard, yeah, it's unbelievable. Give it credit to Matt Campbell and how they built it. And then also in Austin, Sark trying to rebuild. And you got to go back to really Matt Brown before you get the true production on the field from that recruiting. They've always been able to recruit in Austin.
Good work by Brock Purdy to not only pick up the first down, but slide down inbounds. Total yards, not even a contest, 470 to 169. Over 300-yard difference.
Did not see that one coming either. Again, the result, not necessarily a giant surprise. We thought Iowa State was playing with the hot hand, and Texas was on the verge, but the way they've done it, very impressive.
Yeah, Silas getting a rare carry, true freshman, this was 9th carry of the season. If you go back to 2019, Iowa State beats Texas here in Ames, and that's what started this program record run of 9 straight wins at home against Big 12 opponents. And tonight they will make it 10 in a row under Matt Campbell.
Another notch in that Ames belt. Obviously a huge win earlier this year against Oklahoma State here.
Tied in. Yeah, it's funny, when we talked to Matt Campbell yesterday, he talked about what the culture, what the atmosphere was like here in Ames around this program compared to his previous stop at Toledo. And he said that the first month that he was here, he thought he made a mistake because it was really seen as an impossibility, even here in Ames, to have a winning team. A team that we have seen go to the Fiesta Bowl like Iowa State did last year. And right now it's the longest home winning streak against a conference opponent in the Big 12. It's the longest in program history, and Matt Campbell has resurrected, to say the least, this program. And he's had with him this special class of now seniors. Well, that's a tough late hit there, not to say that it was intentional, but you look at what has happened under Matt Campbell. That's the best winning percentage in program history, leading them to their first ever New Year's Six Bowl. Only coach in school history with 4 straight winning seasons, 10 wins versus ranked teams, the most in Iowa State history. Their last home game, a win against the top 25 Oklahoma State team.
Yeah, just done a tremendous job. Dan McCarney will be sad that he's no longer the mayor of Ames, but they have done a great job, done it the right way. And yeah, can you imagine? He was so frustrated about showing up to a place that he said there was no expectation to achieve at anything, and had to immediately flip that.
This will be from 46 from Andrew Mevis. He's letting every second tick off the clock here. Flag comes in.
The who flinched first.
Ball start. Offense, number 76. 5-yard penalty. It remains 4th down.
It's probably appropriate, right? We've had all these great special teams plays, the red zone punts. We need a 50-yard plus field goal attempt. Tick that box off your Matt Campbell bingo.
For Mevis, his career long is 54. He's done that twice, in fact, including earlier this year, just off the Vegas Strip versus UNLV.
Officials just having a discussion here of whether the clock should start up again after the offensive penalty. Kicking team penalty.
Under 5 minutes, the offended team has the option to start the clock on the snap. Would the game clock operator please put the clock to 4 minutes and 35 seconds, please?
As you said.
Thank you.
I didn't say offended team, and that guy, you know, they were clearly offended.
Clearly. It has been that kind of night. So this will be from 51 yards for Andrew Mevis. 3 yards shy of his career long. Mevis gets it off clean. Mevis with plenty of leg from 51 out.
It's good from Des Moines.
'27 unanswered points for the Cyclones. Mevis. Now Texas wishing they could strip it down and start over again tonight. 30-7. Iowa State winning 27 unanswered here at Ames against the Longhorns, who have been held scoreless since halftime. Jamison, as a flag comes in, Jamison getting to the edge and taken out of bounds just shy of the 30.
During the return, holding, receiving team number 37. The penalty will be half the distance from the spot of the foul. First down, Texas.
Iowa State had just 3 points at halftime. Breece Hall had a very quiet first half, but has he ever come alive and become Breece Hall since halftime?
No, it's a great job at halftime. The opening drive of the second half. Couple will change up the option for the home run. 47-yarder, 2 touchdowns in total. Credit this entire offense. It's a full job by Oliver Brock Purdy, the trigger man, opening up the play-action pass. But no doubt, he is the heavyweight.
Keelan Robinson is the running back. A big hit leveled. Isheem Young laying the lumber. Xavier Worthy, who has barely been involved tonight, makes the catch. Good for 19 yards. Able to hold on.
And you said it, able to hang on. Great break. Long route there by that inside receiver.
Incomplete, checking down to Robinson, the Alabama transfer. Breece Hall, his 21st consecutive game with a rushing touchdown, extends his all-time Big 12 record. Meanwhile, Will McDonald setting the program career sack mark. 27.5 sacks now for one of the best to ever do it in Ames.
Yeah, that might be about time to, if I'm Matt Campbell and John Haycock, defense coordinator, bring him up, just standing right by you to celebrate that record. But as you said earlier, just generational players, defensive end, quarterback, tight end, running back. Unbelievable run for this class.
A check down again to Keelan Robinson, who's tripped up by the turf monster against him. You know, the Longhorns entered this game having lost 3 straight. It was Texas's first 3-game losing streak since 2016, Charlie Strong's final season. This will go down as the Longhorns' first 4-game losing streak since 2010.
Yeah, rough. And again, the fashion it happened, the yardage totals for a Steve Sarkisian coach team, unheard of. The only positive about this is they've got Kansas next. They're going to have to go back to not quite square one, but make a decision as Hudson Card throws again behind the wide open Cade Brewer there. A lot of running room out in front of that, but you got to have a sit down with your quarterback situation, make a decision how we're going to finish this season.
It was a similar missed opportunity, incomplete pass in the first quarter from Casey Thompson that led to him right to the pine for the rest of this game. 4th and long now.
Long flight back to Austin. That guy's a good football coach, and he'll get this thing turned, but they gotta make some decisions.
Knoll. Flag is out. Knoll stringing it out. Big block. Knoll. Finally pushed out of bounds. Will sort out the laundry.
It didn't look like any hope of if you're an Iowa State fan, any kind of a Texas penalty. Looked like a block in the back. Thought it had a chance to be a face mask, how he turned and changed direction, but I think it's just a block in the back.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Return team number 81. Penalties 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
And that's what it was.
No doubt about it. That's an easy one. Not a good decision there.
Gibbs Silas tackled for a loss. Hey, it's that time of the year. Big East College basketball returns, and for the first time ever, we bring you 7 live opening season games from the studio. Get ready to watch hoops like never before as we bounce around from game to game. The Big East opening night tip-off show. Catch it live Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern on FS1. Our coverage begins with number 4 Villanova hosting Mount St. Mary's.
Maybe the only guy with better hair than you, Jay Wright.
Jay brings it, man. Head to toe. Salas trying to get back to the original line of scrimmage, nearing the 2-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. 7-3 Texas at halftime. 27 unanswered for Iowa State. Couple of touchdowns in the second half for that man, Breece Hall. The All-American, conference's leading rusher, 5th in the nation, averaging 123 yards a game, and he ran for $136 tonight, plus the 2 scores.
Let's go, boys. Let's go, Texas.
Just got to tip your cap to this effort by Matt Campbell and company. Give them a ton of credit.
There's Knoll. 4th down. You know, really, if you're Texas, you thought you felt kind of the apex of the pain the last 3 weeks, right? I mean, it's been the same story every week. Steve Sarkisian told us last night, he said it felt like it's watching a bad movie each week. And it's clearly this mental block, this fourth quarter block, where they've gone into the fourth quarter with the lead. They've surrendered it and lost the last 3 games. Tonight, it
feels like a worse movie.
Yeah, this is even worse, right?
There's just more questions, and that's the frustrating part. And everybody's been there. If you've been in football, there's been nights like this. There's been seasons like this. The guys have continued to compete. You can see they're competing. They're not, cheap shot guys doing stupid stuff or giving up effort-wise. But again, that's that much more frustrating when you've got that talent.
Iowa State winning tonight 30-7, improving to 6-3 as Texas falls beneath 500. Cyclones beat the Longhorns for the 3rd straight year, and they've now won 10 straight at home against Big 12 opponents. Meanwhile, just 189 yards of total offense for the Longhorns, their fewest in September of 2015 versus the Irish. Campbell, after a disappointing loss, his defense did not show up in Morgantown last week. They gave up 38 points, the most they've given up in a couple of years. They come out tonight on their home turf and they make a statement. Boy, do they ever. 7 points, that's it for Texas. And under 200 total yards of offense.
Yeah, he challenged his defense. John Haycock, defensive coordinator, challenged them as well. They played lights out tonight.
They will finish just over 200 yards of total offense as Texas loses its 4th in a row for the first time since 2010. Meanwhile, Iowa State, good things happening in Ames once again. A streak that started with Texas and it continues with Texas. Their 10th win at Jack Trice Stadium in a row against a Big 12 opponent, and boy, did they ever win the second half. Been a long time since this kind of a losing streak for the Longhorns.
No doubt, just got to find solutions. It's going to start with that quarterback discussion, and everything has to be starting at that point and go forward, finish strong, and then got to find some answers both in recruiting, the offseason, conceptually what they're going to do. But let's flip this over, give it credit to this crowd, credit to this program, and a great win for Matt Campbell and Iowa State.
Cyclones outgained the Longhorns 476 total yards to 200. Dominating win for Iowa State. Coming up next, we'll send it to the studio. Post-game coverage right after this quick commercial break. For Coach Mark Helfrich, I'm Aaron Goldsmith saying so long from Ames.
Sunday on Fox, it's a big doubleheader.
Let's go, baby!
First, the Broncos take on the electrifying offense of Dak, CD, and the Boys.
Wow!
Then, in one of the biggest games of the year, Aaron Jones leads the Packers against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Touchdown! What a play!
It all kicks off with a special Fox NFL Sunday pregame show, live from Annapolis. Then it's a big doubleheader, Sunday on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Check for the game in your area.